One group in Colorado believes it has a simple answer this morning to a big problem facing America's veterans. The VA says 20% of our troops returning from Afghanistan and Iraq suffer from post-traumatic stress. A new report by the Institute of Medicine finds the Pentagon and the VA lack good treatments despite spending billions of dollars on therapy and prescription drugs. But Barry Petersen shows us how marijuana could mean a breakthrough for suffering heroes.
10 months after I got back, I attempted suicide.
You attempted suicide because?
I was completely hopeless.
After 2 tours in Afghanistan, Matt Cale came home in pain from injuries and on anti-anxiety medications for post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD.
I was probably taking up to 15 different medications.
What were you like? I mean, could you even form a sentence?
Sometimes.
Until the day he tried marijuana.
Suddenly, my extremely overactive, hypervigilant mind started to calm down, and my pain gradually started to go away too. I needed less of these other medications. And shortly afterwards, I determined that I absolutely have to move to a state that allows this so that I can get my life back.
He moved his family to Colorado and now works with a group called Grow4Vets. On this day, he and other volunteers are putting together bags of marijuana products, given away at events like this one on Memorial Day. The marijuana is for war wounds, both physical and the mental kind, that doctors often treat with drugs like OxyContin. The group wants to replace pills with pot.
More than 200,
says founder and veteran Roger Martin.
Anybody that's been on narcotic medication especially wants to get off of it. I really have not met anybody who just enjoys being in a drug stupor.
But because marijuana is still an illegal drug at the federal level, there has been very little research into the effects of pot and PTSD. The House recently voted down a bill that would have allowed VA doctors to speak with patients about medical marijuana, even in states like Colorado where it's legal. But soldiers and pot have been together since the Vietnam War. As shop owner Tony Fox knows well, her father came home from Vietnam suffering from PTSD. Marijuana helped, but it was illegal, so not always available.
He struggled his whole life, and when I was 14, he ended up committing suicide, and it was directly related to the post-traumatic stress disorder from Vietnam.
Which is why she gives Grow4Vets marijuana from her crop area and money from the shop's tip jar.
And I believe in my heart of hearts that if he would have had access to cannabis, he would be alive today.
But critics are still dubious given the fact that there is little or no scientific proof that pot helps with post-traumatic stress disorder. What would be your answer to that?
My answer would be, why the hell not? Why don't we study it? Why don't we run these clinical trials?
You're convinced that it works?
I'm absolutely convinced that it works.
For Matt and wife Amy, the relief he gets from marijuana means a second chance at healing from Afghanistan, and that is nothing less than a second chance at life. For CBS This Morning, Barry Petersen, Colorado Springs.
Don't you think he raises a good point?
Exactly what
Why
I was
not
thinking.
study it? Why not study it and find out if what he's saying is true?
I'm glad he's found some peace.
Me too. Me too.